welcome to the Changes to the Team episode for Game Week 21. Before we get on to the team selection for the upcoming game week, let's take a look at the points scored in Game Week 20. Lee Grant came into the team this week, replacing the injured Jordan Pickford, and made a good start to his stint in the FPLtips team, returning 6 points after his clean sheet against Watford. George Friend was fairly unfortunate not to pick up a clean sheet for his efforts in Middlesbrough's goalless draw with Leicester. The left back started on the bench as he continues to be eased back from injury, but was forced onto the field early on, following an injury to Barragan. There's still no clean sheet for West Brom, and it's now 8 games they've gone without one, but Gareth McCauley headed in his 4th goal of the season to return 8 points against Hull. In midfield, it was a disappointing week once again for Eden Hazard. The Chelsea man was kept fairly quiet by Spurs and managed just 1 attempted assist and 2 shots, both of which were off target. Christian Eriksen, on the other hand, played a big part in the game, providing the assists for both of his team's goals. Alexis Sanchez delivered as captain, with a goal against Bournemouth. He produced 3 attempted assists and 3 shots, only one of which was on target, which of course was the goal. Finally, Matt Phillips was another successful transfer in this game week. He provided 2 assists, both from corners, to see his side come from behind to beat Hull 3-1. As for the forwards, it was a frustrating night for Harry Kane, who failed to register a single attempt on goal against Chelsea and was mainly used as a decoy to allow Dele Alli more freedom. Christian Benteke was the 3rd and final transfer in this game week, and he wasn't quite as successful as the others. The Crystal Palace striker was fouled in the penalty area, and although he didn't get the decision, he did pick up a shoulder injury in the process, which forced him off at half-time. The only consolation is that Andy Carroll, who was the player to make way for Benteke, also returned just 1 point in Game Week 20. Zlatan Ibrahimovic continued with his incredible run of form to score his 13th Premier League goal of the season as Man United beat West Ham 2-0. So it's a small green arrow, but it's still a 3rd consecutive green arrow that sees us rise slightly up to 347k. It's still far from where we need to be, but there's plenty of time to pull it back and hopefully get inside the top 10k by the end of the season. So now let's look ahead to Game Week 21. Despite a couple of doubts ahead of Game Week 21, we'll be looking to save the free transfer this week and hoping that both Cedric Soares and Christian Benteke are able to return from injury to start their next games. Lee Grant starts in goal once again, since he's the only starting goalkeeper in the squad. He's up against Sunderland this game week and will be going head-to-head with the informed Jermaine Defoe. In defence, Cedric Soares is expected to recover from his head injury to face Burnley, while George Friend will be hopeful of retaining his place at left-back after a fairly long rest since the game against Leicester. As mentioned before, Christian Benteke is doubtful with a shoulder injury. The latest update on him was very positive, and he looks set to return against West Ham. For captaincy this week, Zlatan Ibrahimovic is one of the most informed players in the league, but Man United face a Liverpool side that forced a goalless draw between the two sides when they met earlier on in the season. Harry Kane has the fixture, up against a West Brom side that have failed to keep a clean sheet in their last 8 Premier League games. However, the Spurs man was far from convincing against Chelsea last game week, and it could be Dele Alli stealing the limelight once again. So the safest option on paper looks to be Alexis Sanchez. While the return of Olivier Giroud has seen Sanchez move back into midfield, his numbers have still been very impressive. In the last 3 games, where Giroud has played from the start each time, Sanchez has produced 7 shots on target and 10 attempted assists. So he'll take the armband against a struggling Swansea side in Game Week 21. As always, be sure to follow FPLtips on Twitter for the confirmed team and captaincy selection. And don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you've enjoyed the video.